Hi everyone! In this video, we are going to review how to create a custom field for multiple deposits or custom payments, and then how to correctly set up payment rules within the site to ensure that they work properly. Within TripleSeat, there is one deposit field that is automatically generated for events that appears within Event Financials and the Billing widget. I do have the option to use custom fields to create additional payments for my events that may need to make additional deposits or payments toward events like weddings or conferences. In order to create these custom fields, I will need to be a user with the appropriate settings access. Going into my site settings, I will click on Custom Fields. First, I want to make sure I am on the Event Fields tab, and then I will click Add New Event Category and enter Payments for the name of this category. Now, underneath the newly created payments category, I want to click Add Field and begin to create my new custom payment. I will give the payment a name. For example, I will name this one Second Deposit and choose the field type to be currency amount. I want to double check to make sure that it is in the right category and also choose the locations where I want to use this custom field and then click Save. My next step is to now go back and edit this custom field. I will now see two new fields to update for this custom field. The first is a checkbox to create a new due date field, and the second is a drop-down menu for that associated due date field. I want to make sure that I leave that drop-down menu alone and only check off the box to create a new due date field. When I click Update, I will now see that a due date custom field has been automatically created and linked for that second deposit field I just made. If I have additional custom payments like a third or fourth deposit, I will want to follow these steps for each additional payment I create. Now that these payments and their due dates have been created, I need to make sure that I enable these to work properly within my site. Going back into my settings, I'm going to scroll down and click on Payment Rules. Payment rules are how I ensure the custom fields I just created will be automatically generated for all of my future events after I add documents to them. If I do not enable them here, they will not show up in the Payments tab once I add charges to my event documents. On this page, I want to find my custom fields and check off Enable next to them to make sure they are appropriately enabled to create payments for future events. Next, I will add these fields to the appropriate billing widget within my documents that I use. Back in Settings, I will go to my documents and then edit the document template. Scrolling down to the billing widget, I will click on the drop-down menu below the line and select my second deposit underneath the Custom Fields category. I can order where I want it to display on the billing widget and even put in a default percentage or dollar amount here. My first deposit is 50%, so I will make my second deposit an additional 25%. It's important to note that this amount can be changed on an event-by-event basis in specific event documents. If I do not enter a flat amount or percentage here in my document settings, then I will need to remember to manually do so for each of my future events using this custom payment. I want to make sure I save my document template to make sure the second deposit is saved to the billing widget. Finally, to make sure this works, I want to test this out in my site. I will want to create a test event that is in the future to make sure that the due date field can be tested properly. When I create a new event, I can scroll down to the Payments category and see both my new second deposit field and the corresponding due date are visible. Once I create this event and add in some basic details, I can add the documents to it and event charges. Then when I look at the billing widget, I should be able to see the second deposit appear with the appropriate percentage displaying. And once I am finished creating the documents, I can also see this new custom payment appear within my Events Payment tab. Thanks for watching. If you are interested in using custom fields as security deposits, please watch our refundable payments video. And if you're interested in other types of custom fields you can create, please watch our custom fields video on TripleSeat University. For additional questions or help creating your custom payments, Please reach out to our support team, support@tripleseat.com, or by clicking on our Help question button on the top right corner of any screen in Triple Seat.